Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie and today I'm gonna go through some romance books that I've read this year that I've really loved, all for different reasons. But yeah, let's just get into it because that's it. One of the books that I read this year, well, that I've actually just finished not long ago, was Twisted Games, and I love this. Like, the cover I love, other than the fact that it has started to like fade on that part, but I thought this one was so fun to read and so interesting. So it's about Reese and Bridget, and she's becoming queen of her country, and Reese is her bodyguard. So it's like a forbidden love that they have. It's also an enemies to lovers as well, but you kind of see them falling for each other throughout the book, but then you also see like how they're trying to also be together, even though the laws of the land do not forbid for a royal to be with a normal person. So it's really fun in that sense, and it's really cute. Also, do you know the cringiness when you're reading a romance book and the guy is very overprotective of his love interest? So when that happens in this, it's not cringy because his job is to actually be like that because he's her bodyguard. So so for me, there's no cringe factor in that because that's always been something that just makes me like, I'm just like, yuck, I hate it. So I love that the book has a reason for that in this one. What I also love about the book is that it's dual perspectives, so we get to see Reese's point of view and we get to see Bridget's point of view, which again is my favourite thing. I love seeing when they've both like started to fall for each other, and being able to see their feelings from both sides is also something. So yeah, the Twisted Games I loved, and obviously it's a part of the series. So in the beginning of this book, you need to read in Twisted Love because they have the beginning of it there, and then you start the book, and then we've got the beginning of Twisted Hate in the back of this one, which I'm really excited for because that one does seem like it's going to be a nice fun read and interesting. And again, it's another enemies to lovers. I feel like all of them are going to be enemies to lovers because that's what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing like a friends to lovers or anything, but yeah, I'm excited to read Twisted Hate, and I love Twisted Games, and Twisted Love was also good. So it just looks like a good series to get into. Oh my gosh, another one of my favorites, The Dating Playbook, and this is with Taylor and Jamar, and I absolutely loved, again, the whole series, but I really enjoyed this book as well. And I think with this whole series you can read them as standalones, but obviously if something's a series, it's best to read it as a series. It was made that way for a reason. But I love this one. So this is the second book in the series. In this one we've got Taylor, who is a, what's that thing called, like a personal trainer. She does like fitness and that's what she wants to do, but she struggles a lot financially. Whereas her two other friends, you know, they're up and stuff like that, like money isn't an issue for them. So she's like sort of she's the odd one out in that sense. She then becomes Jamar's trainer because he was in the NFL, I believe it was, and yeah, she's trying to help him to like recover. But they also begin fake dating in the book as well to try help with his image. They thought it'd be a good idea, she thought it'd be a good idea, but they were also seeing each other. Don't want to give any more of the book away in that sense, but you do see Taylor's struggles in terms of the whole financial stuff, actually trying to have her career go somewhere, because she was struggling with something else by not being degree educated. So just seeing her find her feet and find her way in what she's doing, and her own internal struggle when it came to professionalism and stuff like that, and having her own business. And then again, this book is another dual perspective, which again I love because you get to see both their perspectives, and I feel like they have like a bit of a crazy ride sort of in this one. So seeing both sides of the story with that, and both opinions on that, I've explained that in the worst way possible, but I enjoyed it. I loved the book, and I think the dual perspective was great in the book as well. And yeah, it's just fun, and the cover's so cute, and it's a black book, black author, which again is nice because it's like you'll hear things in there and it's like, oh my gosh, relatable. to the dating playbook. Okay, one of my other faves has been You Again by Lauren Lane, and this one is with Mac and Thomas, and I really enjoyed this. This is the biggest chick flick vibes like that I feel like I've got from a book, and I don't know, I just feel like it's up there with like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and if those are your sort of films, I feel like this would be your sort of book. It was a really fun book, really enjoyed reading it, and it was a nice easy read, and it's also really short as well. Like, it's not a long book at all. It is only, it's not even 300 pages, so that's how nice and easy it is to read. In this book, Mac and Thomas are constantly bumping into each other. They meet each other at a bar when she gets stood up, then they meet each other at work, then they meet each other at a wedding, and there's just so much things which shows that, I don't know, like in my eyes it's like, oh, it's fate. Like, if you guys don't get together, you're always bumping into each other. And then there's, yeah, like a really cute thing that Thomas does for them too and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd highly recommend this book for like a nice easy read. This would be my go-to. Big chick flick vibes, and it's just really cute and really fun to read. So yeah, You Again. So another favourite that I've read of these romance books is The Cheat Sheet, and this is by Sarah Adams, and this is a fake dating but also friends to lovers. In this you've got Bree and Nathan, and Bree was a ballerina who was in a car accident. Nathan plays for the NFL. Yeah, NFL. And she runs a dance studio because she can no longer do ballet, and she struggles financially, and Nathan wants to help her, she doesn't want his help, that sort of vibe. And Bree makes a video or speaks to a TMZ reporter, it goes viral, and then that's how they end up having to fake date, because everyone thinks that she's in love with him, so she has to fake date. His publicist wants them to fake date so that, you know, keep the hype up and stuff like that. And guess what happens in those 3 weeks that they're fake dating? Obviously they fall in love. That is the moral of the story, it's a romance. But yeah, this was just such a nice read, and it was nice and easy. Like, I will always love an easy breezy read, those are my favorites, but this was just really cute as well, so I do highly recommend this one. I wish I hadn't read this so that I could read this on holiday, because this just gives me holiday vibes for some reason. Like, an easy read I feel like is what you need for the beach, and that is this. And then it also says that it was like a TikTok favorite, I think. So one thing I'll say is, well done TikTok, because I feel like this is one of the first books that TikTok has hyped up for. I genuinely enjoyed it, but I didn't know anything about it with TikTok. So yeah, The Cheat Sheet, highly recommend. Okay, so another favourite is Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry by Joya Goffney. And this one, I think it took me some time to realise how much I liked this one, which is why sometimes I need to wait some time before I talk about a book, because I'll be saying, oh, it's not my favourite, and then I'll give it some time and I'm like, actually I quite liked it. This one was really cute, and this was with Quinn, and I cannot remember the guy's name for the life of me. But in this she has a journal and she's got like loads of secrets and stuff in it, and it gets leaked and she's trying to figure out who leaked it. But in that time she also his name's not Carter. I wish I could remember this guy's name. I cannot remember this guy's name for the life of me, but she's hanging around with him a lot more, and some other friends. So she ends up being around a bit more black people and learning more about, like, say, like her culture in America and stuff like that. And it's just really cute. Like, it's like a nice coming of age book, and her realizing herself and getting that sort of self love as well and confidence in herself, which is, I think it's super cute. And then she ends up, obviously they end up liking each other, but yeah, it's just a really nice book, and I would definitely recommend this to like any teenagers that I know. Yeah, I don't really know many, but like any teenagers or like younger cousins, I would recommend this book to them, because it's a young adult, so it's age appropriate, but I still like it still has like a nice aspect to it. It's a black book again, with your two black characters, or main characters shall I say. But yeah, everything about this is just really nice and really fun, I feel like, in the book. And just seeing her get some friendships with other black people and biracial as well, because one of the girls that she ends up speaking to is mixed race, and just kind of learning more about them, because she is a rich girl and then she ends up making friends with people who aren't as fortunate, so she gets to really understand different lifestyles and stuff. And I just think, yeah, it's just such a good coming of age book, and just helping people like have that self-love and becoming who they are. It was super cute, so I actually really like this one. And it's a young adult. I'm here saying that a young adult was my favorite. I never thought I would have seen the day I'd be saying this, but here I am. Yeah, so highly recommend. And that is all of them. Those are my favorite books that I've read, favorite romance books that I've read this year. I mean, there's others, but these are ones that I feel like I overlook, and I've realised like, no, I really enjoyed them. So yeah, I think as well, looking at these, I've realised I really want to read a lot more like Fake Dating and Friends to Lovers, because I feel like those are the ones that have seemed like easy reads to me, and I think that's because I don't read them often. I mainly read Enemies to Lovers, I feel like, so they no longer feel like easy breezy to me because I'm just so used to it. But yeah, these other genres are really cute, and I think I'm gonna start giving young adult books a bit more of a go, and stuff like that, because you know what, they are quite nice as well. But yeah, I highly recommend all these books. I think they are really good and really fun to read. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.